Hey everybody, how's it going? Tooth here. It is 2 December. Had a conversation with some people today about some weather that's coming in, and also watched a video on Wire Tight here not too long ago with them. Josh interviewing a guy that has a shooting class in Tulsa and stuff like that. And of course, their conversation broke off into the whole prepping thing. And I shot this video a couple of days ago and wound up deleting it because I didn't feel like it had any emphasis on it, and it's also kind of touching on the whole prepping thing. um, just for me, like, prepping is not SHTF type stuff. It's weather, tornadoes, severe ice storms, which and floods and stuff like that. And one of the things I do is, after a tornado or something hits an area, me and a group of guys, we get together and we go try to help with cleanup. I mean, we do what we can. I mean, we're just volunteering. We're not getting paid to do it. But I really wanted to touch on the whole prepping thing. And I think there's a lot of misconception about to me, what prepping is. Like, everybody's talking about, it's, oh my God, the world's coming to an end, or it's not. So next week, probably starting around the 6th to the 9th, a polar vortex is supposed to start taking up like 60 to 80% of the United States. Now, we're in the process. After I take the dog to the vet tomorrow, I'm going to cut more firewood and stuff like that, bring it to the house. And brief example I can give of this is, several years ago, we did have a polar vortex hit Oklahoma pretty decent, and Oklahoma is not really set up for stuff like that. We're actually a pretty fair weather state for the most part. Yeah, we get below freezing, but we generally don't get snow. We don't get ice don't get a lot of ice on the average and stuff like that. But a couple of years ago, or several years ago, we had one hit and we got like 2 to 3 inches build up of ice on power lines, trees, and stuff like that. And you've got common sense. You already know ice builds up on tree limbs, especially if they're dead. They fall on power lines, they take power out. Well, we wound up going 3 weeks without power. Now, the house we lived in at the time had a circuit breaker box into the main fuse box that would disconnect the house from the grid, and we could plug a generator in and we could run it to power basic necessity deals in the house. You could run the TV to entertain the kids. It would run one of the climate control units. It would run the stove or the microwave, one or the other, not both, and stuff like that. So we were able to make it through 3 weeks without power without a problem. I mean, it was a little uncomfortable, but for the most part, not a bad deal. So I don't live in that house anymore. So what I've done at this house is I spent $500. I bought a window unit that is heat and air, and it runs on 220, and I still have a generator. So basically what it is I took that window unit and I stuck it in my garage, which, if we do wind up going a long time without power, I'll take all the crap I've got stored in the garage, move it to another room in the house, and then me and the wife, and hello birdie, and my granddaughter, we will stay in the garage where we will stay warm and be comfortable. I've already tested it out. It will heat the entire garage up and all that other stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of put that out there. Just prepping is more along the lines of, we're going to keep a normal lifestyle as best we can with whatever happens. For me, storms, natural disasters, stuff like that, put a little bit of money back here and there to try to make it through. Several years ago, I took a job with a company, and we were working in a department that we weren't tracking when I hired in, that this company was going to quit producing this product. And when they quit producing that product, it was forecasted for warranty work for so long, and it didn't work out that way. And I don't know if it was a sales thing or whatever it was, but me and about 3 other guys out of 20, the 3 of us got laid off. And luckily I put a little bit of money back, and it was able to keep my bills paid and a roof over my head and take care of my family, because unemployment it only paid a quarter of what I was making, because unemployment doesn't count for overtime. So stuff like that, just put a little bit of money back here and there, or set up for like cold weather disasters like what we're possibly looking at. I don't think Oklahoma's going to get hit that hard this time, but several years ago we did, so we know what to deal with there. without power cooking that's handled. I've got a fire pit right over there. You can see it. Sorry about the yard being a mess. The dogs tore up the mulch bags and I just didn't get it put out in time. So, but it's things like that. Put a grate over my fire pit. I can cook whatever on my fire pit and still be good to go, since I can't run my stove and stuff like that like I could at the other house. So now I just wanted to put that out there. Just like I said, I think too many people look at this at prepping as like doom and gloom. SHTF, personally, I think that's prepper porn. That's, for some reason, I don't know why people think they want that. For me, someone who's been to war-torn countries or driven through countries, modern day countries that had a civil war, or whatever you want to call it, Romania, their war was over for years before I even went to that place, and I was in the process of heading out on a deployment, and we drove through parts of Romania that were still blown up and blown to bits. I would never wish that anywhere. I mean, I'm sorry, I hate to see it, that it's going on around the world now, but definitely don't want to wish that here on my family or anybody here, because I really don't think those people know what they're even talking about or thinking about. So, but I just really wanted to put an emphasis on prepping is not really for that type of stuff. It's for, like, things happen, people get laid off, storms come through. Let's try to make life as simple as we can for as long as we can. Keep up the normal things, put money back, however you want to do it. Set up for cold weather, loss of power, stuff like that. I mean, one of our goals is we have solar panels on our house now. We had those put on, be a year come next October, so we've only had them on a little while. And once I get those paid off down enough, refinance something else, I'll spend the $16,000 and get my battery packs put out here. And then worst case scenario, I've got solar panels to run my house and I don't have to be hooked up to the grid anymore. So it's just things like that, folks. And plus, once you pay that stuff off, then you don't have to pay an electric bill no more. You're on your own. So in the long run, if you start out young enough, it's money saved. Maybe I'm old enough now. I don't know if I'm going to see it, but when it comes time for me to move on or go to the great place in the sky, someone else will reap the benefits of what I built. So there you go, folks, man. I just wanted to put that out there. I hope it makes sense to y'all. I hope people kind of share this one around, get past the doomer porn crap and actually focus on what prepping really is. So y'all have a good one. I want to go chill out. I thought I was going to have to go leave and take the wife some food at work, but she opted out of that. She's going to take care of it there. So I'm going to go relax. I'm going to have a couple of drinks and relax, and I'll start my day again tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Later.